Before Sofia Vergara and John Leguizamo, a Colombian fisherman stood beside Marlon Brando. In 1969, Evaristo Marquez from San Basilio de Palenque, the first free black town in the Americas, lit up the screen in Queimada. Director Gillo Pontecorvo found him in Cartagena, and despite no acting experience, Marquez dazzled as Jose Dolores alongside Brando in this United Artists epic. Evaristo became the first Afro-Colombian star in a major international film, blazing a trail long before Hollywood turned its gaze to Colombia. Filming took place in Cartagena's historic walled city, home to a house that's now a national monument. Colombia carved its niche in Hollywood. Time to uncover the stories history quietly tucked away. Dive into Colombia 1 for more hidden gems. Colombian chicha connects you to ancient gods. Pre-Columbian tribes like the Muisca fermented corn to speak with spirits in sacred temples. This wasn't just a drink, it was divine communication. Today, chicha survives in Colombian bars and rural villages, blending ancestral tradition with modern cocktails. One fermented beverage bridges centuries of Colombian identity.
Discover Colombia's secret, a hidden world of 70,000 ancient paintings in Chiribiquete National Park, a breathtaking UNESCO World Heritage Site. Spanning 4.2 million hectares, this Amazon jewel remains untouched by ecotourism to protect its awe-inspiring biodiversity.
Colombia is becoming one of Latin America's fastest-rising AI powerhouses. Startups, universities, and public programs are adopting artificial intelligence at record speed. From smarter healthcare to next-gen transportation, Colombia is using tech to solve real problems, and it's quickly earning a spot on the global innovation map. Experience medieval magic with a Colombian twist at Castillo del Café. Nestled in Belalcázar Caldas, this enchanting castle combines the allure of ancient Europe with the rich aroma of local coffee. Wander past stone walls and battlements while savoring the region's finest brews. Dive into guided tours, taste ancient-inspired dishes, and enjoy live performances. Perfect for families and adventurers, this destination boosts local tourism and celebrates Colombia's coffee heritage. Uncover a world where fantasy meets flavor, inviting guests to relive history in every cup. In Colombia, cycling fuels a national passion. It kicked off in 1951 with the Vuelta a Colombia, the longest-running stage race in Latin America. Inspired by the Tour de France, it sparked enthusiasm in regions like Boyacá and Antioquia, where bikes were already part of daily life. Colombian legends soon emerged. Luis Herrera was the first Latin American to conquer a Grand Tour, winning the Vuelta a España in 1987. In 2019, Egan Bernal made history at the Tour de France. In Bogotá, over 600 kilometers of bike lanes and weekly ciclovia events transformed the city into a cycling haven. From Andean heights to world stages, Colombia rides. Follow Colombia 1 for more stories that inspire a nation.
San Jacinto is known as the land of the big hammock, and here, every thread tells a story. Just 2 hours from Cartagena, this town in Bolívar keeps alive a weaving tradition that dates back to indigenous Zenu roots. Each hammock is handmade on a vertical loom, a process that can take days, even weeks, to complete. The colorful fringes, called peinecillos, are tied knot by knot, creating patterns that have been passed down for generations. What looks like a hammock is actually a living piece of Colombia's cultural heritage.
Colombia's wildest secret is still off the map. Welcome to Guaviare, where ancient rock art covers the cliffs, blackwater rivers cut through the forest, and the jungle feels untouched. This is where adventure travelers are going next, far from the crowds and deep into raw, authentic Colombia. No mass tourism, no staged moments, just nature, history, and something truly different. Colombia's next big destination is already here, just waiting to be discovered. Follow for more hidden Colombia. Deep in the Tolima Mountains lies a lost city shrouded in mystery, not of ancient origins, but a forgotten 19th century British mining site. This is the lost city of Falan, the remnants of English engineers mining gold from the Delgaditas River. Abandoned after financial ruin and civil war, nature slowly reclaimed it. Embark on a 3 to 4 hour hike from Falan, crossing rivers, cloud forests, and stone tunnels carved during Colombia's gold rush era. This is living history overtaken by jungle, where rusted ambition meets wild biodiversity. Ready to step off the map and uncover one of Colombia's best-kept secrets?
Discover Colombia's secret, a hidden world of 70,000 ancient paintings in Chiribiquete National Park, a breathtaking UNESCO World Heritage Site. Spanning 4.2 million hectares, this Amazon jewel remains untouched by ecotourism to protect its awe-inspiring biodiversity.
Colombia's original food coloring grew on trees. Achiote comes from the seeds of the annatto tree, native to tropical America. Indigenous communities in Colombia have used it for centuries as a natural dye, seasoning, and medicinal ingredient. It gives color to traditional dishes like rice with annatto, and was also used in body paint for rituals and protection against insects. Today, achiote is still widely used in Caribbean and Amazonian cooking. This isn't just spice, it's ancestral knowledge you can still taste. Follow Colombia One for the roots behind Colombia's flavors.
Colombia has more orchid species than any other country on Earth. Over 4,270 species, and 1,572 of them exist nowhere else in the world. That is 15% of all orchids on the planet, just in one country. But deforestation and climate change are wiping them out fast. One guy from Antioquia decided he was not going to watch that happen. Daniel Piedrahita spent 20 years building a private sanctuary with 25,000 plants in the mountains. National Geographic just put him on their global list of conservation leaders. One person, one obsession, saving an entire legacy. Colombia has over 34 million Catholics, making it the 7th most Catholic country on the planet. Brazil leads the ranking with 126 million faithful, followed by Mexico and the Philippines. Latin America alone holds nearly half of all Catholics worldwide. But here is the wild part. Evangelical churches in Colombia have doubled their share in just 25 years, reaching 10 million followers and shaking up centuries of Catholic dominance. Did you know Colombia's skyline is reaching new heights? Discover the tallest skyscrapers. Number 5. Centro de Comercio Internacional, Bogotá. 192 meters, 50 floors. Number 4. Torre Colpatria, Bogotá. 196 meters, 50 floors with stunning LED shows. Number 3. Atrio Torre Norte, Bogotá. 200 meters, 44 floors of modern business space. Number 2. Hotel Estelar Cartagena de Indias, Cartagena. 202 meters, 52 floors, home to the 51 Sky Bar. Number 1. BD Bacatá Torre Sur, Bogotá. 216 meters, over 60 floors, a symbol of modernity. Bogotá impressively dominates, yet Cartagena shines with its coastal jewel. Which would you ascend first? This volcano doesn't erupt with fire. It erupts with mud. Located on Colombia's Caribbean coast, the Arboletes mud volcano is a natural geological formation where mineral-rich mud rises to the surface due to underground gas pressure. Locals and visitors bathe in it, believing the mud has therapeutic properties for the skin. Unlike lava volcanoes, this one is cool, safe, and constantly active. Nature always finds unique ways to surprise. Follow Colombia One for Colombia's hidden wonders. What if I told you one of Latin America's best hot dogs comes from Colombia? In 2026, Taste Atlas ranked the Colombian perro caliente among the best in the region. And it's nothing like the classic US version. This street food icon is famous for its oversized bun, sweet and savory flavor combo, and unapologetic toppings. Pineapple sauce, crushed potato chips, quail eggs, bacon, shredded cheese, pink sauce, garlic sauce, sometimes all at once. In Bogotá and Medellín, you'll even find versions loaded with corn, cilantro, and melted coastal cheese. Every vendor adds a personal twist. It's bold, it's chaotic, it's uniquely Colombian street food culture. Would you try pineapple on your hot dog?
From real estate to tourism businesses, American investors are turning their eyes to Colombia. Affordable property, growing tourism, and a favorable exchange rate make it one of Latin America's most attractive markets. But like any investment, it comes with risks. Here's why Colombia is suddenly on the US radar. Colombia is building the longest road tunnel in the Americas. Autopista Al Mar 2 is reshaping the highway corridor from Medellín to Urabá in the Caribbean coast, cutting through western Antioquia's mountains with tunnels and bridges. At the center is the 9.73-kilometer Guillermo Gaviria Echeverri Tunnel, the Túnel del Toyo. Together with other regional projects, it will slash travel times and help drive new economic growth in Urabá. Colombia's most iconic rhythm began as a spell for calling birds out of the sky. Long before modern beats took over, tribes on the Caribbean coast were carving these wild flutes called gaitas to copy bird songs. They made them from dried cactus stems, then sealed them with beeswax and charcoal for that raw, haunting tone. When African influences arrived, everything shifted, and those airy calls locked into deep drum patterns, giving birth to the unstoppable pulse of cumbia. One gaita is female, slicing through with high melodies. The other is male, grounding it all with a darker bass. This ancient sound never disappeared. It's still here, still supernatural, powering the official anthem of Colombia's national football team today.
Colombian rib broth transforms ordinary beef ribs into pure comfort magic. Simmer ribs with garlic and bay leaves for 2 hours until tender. Create a sofrito with peppers, tomatoes, and achiote for that authentic golden color. Serve with rice and avocado for Colombia's ultimate hangover cure. Obleas might be Colombia's sweetest street food surprise. Thin wafers stacked with arequipe, cheese, jam, and endless toppings, all assembled in seconds right on the street. It's cheap, fun, customizable, and dangerously addictive. Forget the usual tourist desserts. This is the treat the world hasn't discovered yet. Colombia's biggest export today isn't coffee, it's music. From Shakira to J Balvin, Colombian artists are dominating global playlists and shaping culture far beyond Latin America. Sounds born in local neighborhoods are now driving fashion, dance, nightlife, and tourism, with Medellín and Barranquilla emerging as creative hubs. Streaming and social media are pushing a new wave of Colombian talent worldwide faster than ever. Music has become Colombia's strongest soft power, and the world can't get enough. You think you know Colombian food? Not until you taste this. Colombia's Pacific coast is a culinary universe of its own. Fresh seafood, coconut, bold spices, and deep African roots blending into flavors you won't find anywhere else. From arrechon to encocado, every bite carries a story of tradition, resistance, and pure coastal soul. One of Colombia's most underrated food regions, and a paradise for real food travelers.
Colombia feels like 6 different countries packed into one, and nobody talks about how this changes everything when you're dating or traveling there. Each region has completely different climates, food, and people. The Caribbean coast thrives on seafood, while the Paisa region revolves around pork dishes. But here's what shocked me about dating culture there. Unless you officially ask someone to be your boyfriend or girlfriend, you're just hanging out, and neither person feels obligated to be faithful. Colombians are extremely formal about relationship labels, unlike Western countries, where a few dates might make you official. The transportation infrastructure is rough, with most roads being uneven and full of potholes. Most Colombians don't speak English at all, and even their Spanish varies dramatically between regions. You could spend a year traveling Colombia and still only see 10% of what it offers.
Colombia's epic motorcycle routes will change your travel game forever. Imagine riding through emerald green coffee plantations in the morning and desert landscapes by afternoon. Cabo de la Vela offers wild Caribbean coastlines where desert meets sea, perfect for camping under stars after a day's ride. The route from Medellin to Bogotá cuts through cloud-draped Andean mountains with jaw-dropping views at every turn. Tatacoa Desert's red canyons feel like riding on Mars, especially magical at sunset. Pack protective gear, learn basic Spanish phrases, and consider riding with a group. Two wheels through Colombia isn't just travel. It's freedom in its purest form.
Meet the frailejones, the ancient sentinels of Colombia's water wonders. In the misty heights of the Páramos, these fuzzy, mystical plants are nature's water towers, feeding streams and rivers drop by drop. With Colombia holding over half the world's páramos, these ecosystems are vital for cities like Bogotá. The frailejones grow at a snail's pace, taking centuries to mature. Yet one fire or mining project can damage them for generations. Saving frailejones means protecting water for millions and securing a sustainable future for Colombia. Let's champion these hidden heroes of nature's delicate balance.
This mural didn't just go viral, it stunned the world. In Pereira, Colombia, Metáfora del Equilibrio, a massive hyperreal artwork, was crowned Best Mural on the Planet 2025 by Street Art Cities, beating 115 murals from 70 cities in 22 countries. A wall turned into a global masterpiece. Realism, symbolism, pure emotion. This isn't street art, it's history in color.
Would you walk a tightrope 40 meters above the ground? This is highline, the extreme form of slackline where balance meets pure altitude. And here in Suezca, Colombia's rock climbing mecca, athletes cross massive cliffs on a single dynamic webbing. Harnessed, focused, fearless. This is where Colombia's adrenaline culture comes alive. Colombia harbors 850 native potato varieties, yet commercial farming pushes many toward extinction. Alfonso Enrique Chinguad, a Pastos indigenous guardian in Nariño, protects over 130 varieties in simple burlap sacks at his home. His collection includes rare chauchas and guatas stored through ancestral methods. Community workshops recovered 72 potato types, 25 maize varieties, and 47 beans using traditional farming plots between 2,900 and 3,500 meters altitude. These living seed banks counter genetic erosion threatening food security. Climate frosts and industrial agriculture pressure these crops, but guardians like Chinguad ensure resilient varieties survive for future generations. Is Colombia safe for tourists in 2026? Here's the honest answer. Tourism in Colombia is booming, with millions of travelers visiting every year. Cities like Bogotá, Medellin, and Cartagena are welcoming more international visitors than ever. But like in any country, safety depends on awareness. Most trips here are completely trouble-free when travelers follow basic precautions. Stay in well-known areas, avoid flashing valuables, and use trusted transportation. The reality? Colombia today is far safer than its old reputation suggests, but smart travel still matters. Stay informed and discover the real Colombia. Follow Colombia One. Latin America's gaming scene is booming. Mexico leads with 69 million gamers, generating $1.5 billion in mobile gaming. Colombia shines with 87,000 cultural companies, crafting top-tier game art and animation. These countries are becoming global gaming powerhouses, producing talent for studios worldwide and creating thousands of remote jobs. With the market at $25.7 billion in 2023 and set to double by 2031, the next big game franchise may soon be coming from Mexico or Colombia. Stay tuned for a gaming revolution.
Mompox, one of the country's best-kept secrets. A colonial town frozen in time along the Magdalena River. Cobblestone streets, golden sunsets, and artisans crafting jewelry exactly as they did centuries ago. It feels untouched, magical, a world outside the tourist radar. If you're looking for a place that truly feels like a discovery, Mompox is the hidden gem you've been waiting for.
Deborah Arango painted what Colombia refused to see. While others portrayed pretty landscapes, she exposed violence, poverty, and repression on canvas. Born in 1907, she broke every rule. Her nudes shocked a conservative society that expected women to stay silent. She painted bipartisan massacres when criticizing the government could get you killed. Her work showed prostitutes, domestic violence, and political corruption. They called her scandalous and rejected her paintings for decades. Today, her face appears on the 2,000 peso bill. 20 years after her death, millions of Colombians carry her legacy in their pockets. She never painted to please anyone. She painted to wake people up. Imagine powering gadgets with banana peels. In Manizales, Elizabeth Restrepo Parra transformed agricultural waste into batteries, winning Colombia's 2025 National Inventor Prize. Forget toxic metals, this innovation uses local crops and fights waste. It's a glimpse into a cleaner energy future.
The first Black leader to found a free nation in the Americas did so in Colombia, not the U.S. Bencos Biojo, a royal from Guinea-Bissau, escaped slavery in Cartagena to establish San Basilio de Palenque, the first free Black settlement long before Haiti's revolution. Though betrayed and executed in 1621, his legacy endures in Palenque's culture and resistance. Discover more stories that shape Colombia.
Most Americans have never heard of this, but Colombia hosts one of the biggest book fairs on Earth. Every year in Bogotá, the Bogotá International Book Fair 2026 brings together over 600,000 people and more than 2,300 events in just 2 weeks. It's not just about books. Think global authors, live debates, film screenings, and cultural performances from around the world. In 2026, India is the guest of honor, bringing over 100 events, films, and thousands of titles to Bogotá. Since 1988, Filbo has become one of the most important literary events in the Spanish-speaking world, connecting Latin America to the global conversation. It's a global stage for culture, politics, and big ideas. Follow Colombia One for more global stories that matter.
Everything you think you know about cities and mobility changes in Bogotá. Bogotá has one of the most extensive cycling infrastructures in the world, even larger than cities like Paris or Amsterdam. The city has more than 550 kilometers of dedicated bike lanes designed to connect neighborhoods across a massive urban area and make cycling a real form of daily transport, not just recreation. But what truly sets Bogotá apart is its ciclovia. Every Sunday and public holiday, over 120 kilometers of major roads are closed to cars and open completely to cyclists, runners, and pedestrians. This tradition has been running for more than 40 years and now brings millions of people into the streets every week. It's not just a cycling program, it's a full-scale transformation of urban space, where mobility is redesigned around people. For more insights into Colombia and its urban transformations, stay tuned.
Braids were once powerful survival tools. Enslaved women in Colombia wove escape maps into their hair, cornrows for jungle paths, and braids for rivers or safe spots. Some even hid seeds in their hair to ensure food on their journey to freedom. These styles were acts of resistance and a testament to the spirit of freedom. Discover where Cartagena truly eats. Basurto Market. Dive into fresh, local seafood dishes for just $7, while tourists pay triple elsewhere. Taste exquisite arroz con mariscos and lobster, all cooked to perfection by women with generations of culinary mastery. This vibrant market offers authentic flavors and experiences far richer than a fancy tourist cocktail.
Cartagena didn't build walls for beauty. It built them to survive being the Spanish Empire's biggest jackpot. After relentless pirate attacks, including raids led by Francis Drake, construction of the walled city began in 1586. Over time, Cartagena raised massive stone defenses and fortifications, stretching nearly 11 kilometers, shielding the gold, silver, and trade routes that moved across the Caribbean. Today, the historic center is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Inside the walls, you'll find colonial plazas, churches, colorful mansions, museums, luxury hotels, and some of Colombia's most famous restaurants. More than 4 centuries later, the walls are still standing, a reminder that this city was built to protect a fortune. Subscribe to Colombia One. Did you know Colombia passed a pioneering law in 1993? Law 70 grants Afro-descendant communities collective land rights, recognizing their ancestral territories. It's a vital tool against mining and displacement. Yet the fight to protect these lands continues. Subscribe for more on legal and cultural resistance stories.
This isn't street food, it's doorstep tradition. In Colombia, mazamorra comes straight to your home, served fresh in your own container, just like it's been done for generations. Colombia just made history with their Oscar pick for 2026. Un Poeta, a gritty drama comedy shot in Medellin, won at Cannes and is now representing the country at both the Oscars and Goyas. The film follows an aging poet who meets a young writer and reignites his artistic dreams. Shot on 16mm film, it captures everyday disenchantment through a deeply local lens. Director Simón Mesa Soto calls it his most personal work, mixing frustration with punk energy. Over 120,000 Colombians already watched it in theaters. The shortlist drops January 2026, and Colombian cinema is finally competing on the global stage.
Colombia holds more species per square kilometer than any country on Earth. Only 0.77% of the planet's surface, yet home to 10% of all known species. That is insane. We are talking 1,917 bird species, 3,500 orchids, 814 amphibians. The Andes create stacked climate zones that multiply life in ways flat countries simply cannot. But here is the wild part. Scientists believe thousands of species still have not even been discovered yet. Follow Colombia1.com for more stories that reveal why Colombia keeps surprising the world.
More bird species were recorded in Colombia in one day than in any other country on Earth. During Global Big Day 2026 on May 9, Colombia registered 1,566 bird species, ahead of Peru's 1,438 and Brazil's 1,204. More than 4,200 participants submitted over 15,000 observation lists across the country. The result highlights why Colombia is considered one of the world's most important biodiversity hotspots, home to nearly 2,000 bird species across the Andes, Amazon, Caribbean coast, and Eastern Plains. The event also boosted Colombia's growing ecotourism sector, with new birdwatching routes and international nature tourism initiatives expanding nationwide. Follow Colombia One for more stories shaping Latin America. For decades, Colombia struggled with one of the world's toughest reputations. Now, it just won tourism's highest global honor. Colombia's campaign, The Country of Beauty, won the Grand Prix at the Japan World's Tourism Film Festival, the first Latin American country ever to achieve it. The campaign highlighted Colombia's biodiversity, culture, indigenous traditions, and regions like La Guajira, Chocó, and Vichada. And it's working. Colombia welcomed a record 6.7 million international visitors in 2024. The world is finally seeing a different Colombia. Subscribe to Colombia One for more stories changing how the world sees Colombia. A Colombian chef just made history in one of the most exclusive culinary clubs on the planet. Andrés Fernández León became the first Colombian based in Colombia to earn the title of Master Chef of France, awarded by the Maître Cuisinier de France after a unanimous vote in Seoul. This guy trained at Ferrand de Paris, earned Michelin stars in France, Japan, and Australia, and then came back home to Bogotá. Now he is applying classic French techniques to Colombian ingredients like Amazonian produce and Tumaco seafood. The wild part? This opens real doors for the next generation of Colombian chefs worldwide. Colombian tamales just ranked #1 in the world, beating Mexico, Peru, and Guatemala. These flavor bombs wrapped in banana leaves trace back to indigenous Muisca communities. Tolima's version tops the list, with pork, chicken, rice, and perfectly seasoned masa. Every region makes them differently, but they all share one thing: bringing families together for centuries.
Who are the most famous Colombians on Earth right now? The answer says a lot about global culture. Shakira still dominates with more than 90 million Instagram followers and decades of worldwide hits. Karol G just became the first Latina to win a Grammy for Best Música Urbana Album. Maluma and J Balvin helped turn Medellin into a global music capital, while Sofia Vergara remains one of the highest-paid actresses in television history. Music, streaming, Hollywood, Colombia is exporting influence everywhere, and these 5 names are leading it. Follow Colombia One.
National Geographic just named 2 Colombian cities among the best food destinations on the entire planet. Barranquilla and Cartagena made the list of the 15 best places in the world for food right now. We are talking lobster, fried fish, coconut rice, ceviche, and Caribbean flavors that chefs are turning into world-class experiences. Colombia is not just a travel destination anymore. It is a full-on culinary powerhouse. Discover the flavors making Colombia a global food destination at colombiaone.com. Colombia's national sport isn't soccer, it's tejo, a game where you throw a metal puck at gunpowder targets and they explode on impact. It's been played for over 500 years, rooted in indigenous Andean tradition, and now has 500-plus registered clubs nationwide. Today, tejo is even helping power Colombia's tourism and reshape how the world sees the country. Dirt, beer, and explosions. That's Colombia's real national game.
Colombia has over 400 fruits you have never heard of, and most of them you can only find here. Colombia is literally the country with the greatest fruit diversity per square kilometer in the entire world. We are talking guanábana, lulo, borojo, gulupa, feijoa, chontaduro. Each region has its own unique species, shaped by the climate and altitude. The Amazon, the Andes, the Pacific coast, all producing fruits that blow your mind. And the wildest part is that most of them never even leave the country. Discover more at Colombia1.com.
Most foreigners can't pronounce lulo the first time they hear it, but they remember it after one sip. The small citrus-like fruit is everywhere in Colombia, from street juice stands to high-end restaurants. Yet it remains largely unknown outside Latin America, despite Colombia being one of the world's top biodiversity hotspots. That's part of a bigger global story. Countries like Colombia export coffee, bananas, and avocados worldwide, while hundreds of native fruits with major agricultural potential barely reach international markets. For many travelers, discovering Colombia starts with the food. Follow Colombia One for more stories behind everyday life in Latin America.
Colombia just beat Italy at its own game. A Colombian pizzeria ranked third in all of Latin America, and nobody saw this coming. Pizzardi Artigianale in Bogota went from 22nd place last year to top 5 this year. That is not a small jump, that is a statement. They use authentic Neapolitan techniques, slow fermented dough, and protected designation of origin ingredients. And Cali also showed up, with La Bella Pizza entering the ranking at 48th. Colombia is quietly becoming a serious culinary force, and the pizza world is just the beginning.
Meet Francia Marquez, Colombia's first Black woman VP, a true symbol of change. From mine worker to environmental activist, she champions racial dignity, land rights, and environmental justice. Francia proves that grassroots resistance can reshape power. Stay tuned for stories of leaders rewriting history.
A hidden gem, once a maximum security prison, Gorgona Island is now a lush national park. With howler monkeys, rare blue lizards, and vibrant coral reefs, it's a biodiversity paradise. The real spectacle? Humpback whales gliding through its crystal clear waters. Dive into pure, untouched nature.
Stand atop Colombia's mighty Nevado del Ruiz, an active volcano reaching over 5,300 meters. Brave the glaciers and breathtaking landscapes. But remember, Ruiz demands respect. Acclimatize, go with a local guide, and pack for cold weather. Hiking here isn't just an adventure. It's a journey through Colombia's powerful volcanic history. Ready for the challenge?
AI is revolutionizing Colombia travel. From custom itineraries to real-time language translators, these tech tools help uncover hidden gems and local events effortlessly. Planning your trip smarter means more time enjoying Bogota's vibrant culture, exploring the Amazon, or relaxing in Cartagena. Make your adventure truly unforgettable with AI at your side. Discover Muntu Bantu, a unique Afro-diasporic memory center in Quibdó, Colombia. Founded by Afro-Colombian historian Sergio Antonio Mosquera, it preserves the rich cultural legacy of Afro-descendant communities from Africa to Colombia's Pacific coast. This vibrant space safeguards archives, artifacts, and oral histories, asserting Black identity and contributions to Colombia's story. Keep these powerful narratives alive. Follow for more.
This Colombian city feels different, and you notice it instantly. Pasto hits different the moment you arrive. High in the Andes near Ecuador, the cold altitude shapes how people live, dress, and move through the day. Its identity runs deep, rooted in indigenous heritage and a history of isolation that kept traditions intact. And every year, Blacks and Whites Carnival turns the city into a UNESCO-recognized explosion of indigenous, Spanish, and African culture. Quiet, introspective, and proudly traditional, Basto doesn't try to stand out. It just does.
A 25-year-old Colombian woman just won one of the most prestigious environmental prizes in the world. Yuvelis Moreno Blanco watched her hometown river get destroyed by an oil spill in 2018, killing thousands of animals and displacing nearly 100 families. She dropped out of university, fought fracking, got forced into exile in France, and came back stronger. Now she holds the Goldman Prize in Zero Fracking Projects Have Advanced in Colombia. This is something tourists never expect in Colombia. Snow, and it gets freezing. High in the Andes, inside Parque Nacional Natural Los Nevados, temperatures drop below freezing. At the summit of Nevado del Ruiz, over 5,300 meters high, snow and glaciers still exist in a country known for tropical heat. This is the Páramo, a rare high-altitude ecosystem that supplies water to millions across Colombia. But these glaciers are rapidly shrinking due to climate change. Did you expect to find snow in Colombia? Follow Colombia-1 for hidden places you didn't know existed.
There are pink dolphins in Colombia, wild ones, and you can swim with them. The Amazon region of Colombia is one of the most biodiverse places on Earth. We're talking pink river dolphins, rare and mythical creatures found only in a few rivers worldwide, and indigenous communities that have protected this ecosystem for centuries. It's accessible, it's safe with the right operators, and it's the kind of trip that genuinely changes your perspective on the planet. Would you do it? Comment yes if the Amazon is on your bucket list. This number changed thousands of lives in Colombia, and it's tied to a legend. In September 2022, the number 1222, the date of death of vallenato icon Diomedes Diaz, hit a major lottery draw. Nearly 4,000 people won. In the Atlántico region alone, over 1,500 winners cashed in, many of them fans who always play numbers linked to his life. And this wasn't a one-time story. Other numbers tied to Diomedes, his birth date, his tomb, have hit multiple times across Colombia. For many, it's more than luck. It's belief. Would you play these numbers? Follow Colombia-1 for real stories you won't believe. Colombian studio Dreams Uncorporated just dropped gameplay for Prisma, their new RPG where you play as Alma, fighting alternate versions of yourself from parallel universes. Some Almas join your party, others become bosses. Turn-based combat uses positioning strategy and a camera mechanic. It's mixing Latin American vibes with Japanese RPG style, coming to Steam with a Kickstarter launching soon. Heading to Colombia in 2026? Don't overlook the yellow fever vaccine if you're exploring the Amazon, Sierra Nevada, or other lush areas. Stay informed and travel smart. Carry your international certificate of vaccination, even in big cities like Bogotá and Medellin. Follow Colombia-1 for more insider tips.
Bogotá might surprise you, and here's why. At over 2,600 meters above sea level, Bogotá shapes people differently. The colder climate, fast pace, and constant movement create a more reserved but highly diverse identity. As Colombia's capital, it brings together influences from every region. What stands out here isn't one single look, it's contrast. A mix of styles, backgrounds, and perspectives that reflect the entire country in one city. Follow Colombia-1 for real insights into Colombia.
Most foreigners don't know this about Colombia. Colombia is building a $25 billion metro system, and it's already reshaping Bogotá. After the global success story of Medellin, Colombia is doubling down on infrastructure. Bogotá's first ever metro is one of the largest urban projects in Latin America, designed to transform mobility, reduce congestion, and unlock entire new zones for development. For investors and long-term residents, this isn't just transportation, it's a signal. Property values, business districts, and urban growth tend to follow major transit lines, and Bogotá is entering that phase right now. This is how cities reinvent themselves, and why Colombia continues to surprise the world. Follow Colombia One for the infrastructure and investment stories shaping Colombia's future.
Vendo vinos de una de las microempresas de acá de Monpós. Tiene un tiempo de maduración de 2 años, 14 grados de alcohol. El vino decoroso es el representativo de acá de Monpós, porque existen muchos otros. Por ejemplo, tenemos tamarindo, café, guayaba agria, carambola, jobo, mango biche, mango maduro. Hay de todos los sabores, pero el representativo es corozo.
Bueno, les invito a conocer este espacio, un espacio donde ya hace 15 años hemos empezado a trabajar, a mejorar la naturaleza para que podamos disfrutar de un entorno más armonioso con nuestra vida y de los visitantes. Eso es como la más importante, que se reconecta con la naturaleza y sí, su mismo, posiblemente también.
A tiny Colombian town literally created one of the world's most famous novels. Aracataca, with just 45,000 people, is where Gabriel Garcia Marquez transformed his childhood memories into magical realism. This dusty Caribbean settlement became the mythical Macondo from 100 Years of Solitude. When Garcia Marquez was 5, his grandfather showed him ice for the first time at a United Fruit Company store. That single moment of wonder became the opening scene of his Nobel Prize-winning masterpiece. His grandmother told him supernatural stories with the same tone as daily news. Today, tourists flock to this forgotten town to walk the same streets that inspired literary genius. Sometimes the most extraordinary art comes from the most ordinary places.
Barranquilla just got named one of the world's top 10 must-visit destinations for 2026 by Booking.com. This Colombian city is the only one from the country making the list, competing with major spots like Philadelphia and Bilbao. The city has transformed dramatically over the past decade. From its UNESCO-recognized carnival to the stunning Gran Malecón del Rio with monuments of Sofia Vergara and Shakira, Barranquilla blends tradition with modernity perfectly. The Carnival Museum showcases the festival's vibrant history, while the futuristic Ventana al Mundo monument symbolizes the city's evolution. Just minutes away, Puerto Colombia offers beaches and unforgettable Caribbean sunsets. Travelers are choosing Barranquilla for its authentic culture, warmth, and the unique experience of where the Magdalena River meets the Caribbean Sea. The Golden Gate of Colombia is officially open for the world to discover.
Betty La Fea broke every rule and became the most adapted telenovela in history. This Colombian show proved that the underdog could win without fitting beauty standards. Betty was brilliant, an economist judged only for her looks while facing constant mockery at the fashion company Ecomoda. The series aired in over 180 countries and got adapted 28 times worldwide. It hit 70% ratings in Colombia and made Guinness World Records as the most successful telenovela ever. Netflix brought it back in 2019, and now Prime Video keeps the legacy alive with a 2024 sequel following Betty 20 years later. One show changed television forever by celebrating intelligence over appearance.
Colombia's Caribbean coast lets you explore 3 incredible cities in just 1 week without breaking the bank. Start in Cartagena, the colonial jewel where colorful streets meet historic walls, and the Rosario Islands offer crystal-clear waters perfect for snorkeling. Next, head to Barranquilla, the birthplace of Carnival, where you can taste butifarra and dance along the Magdalena River. Finally, discover Santa Marta, gateway to Tayrona National Park's pristine beaches and the place where Simón Bolívar took his last breath. With hostels starting at $18 per night and delicious meals for under $10, your entire week costs around $300. The best part is, Traveling between cities takes just 2 to 3 hours by bus, making it the perfect coastal adventure.
Colombia literally has ants called big-ass ants, and people eat them as a luxury snack. These massive insects from Santander measure 2.5 centimeters long and have been a delicacy for centuries. Indigenous communities harvest these ata levegata ants during specific seasons while they're still in their pupal stage. They fry them with salt and spices, creating a crunchy texture with a unique flavor profile. These hormigas culonas are packed with protein, essential amino acids, and minerals while being low in fat and calories. What started as indigenous tradition has now become a sustainable superfood that attracts tourists worldwide to witness the harvesting process and taste this unusual Colombian delicacy.
Colombia produces the world's best potatoes, and you probably don't even know it. This South American country is the fourth largest potato producer in Latin America, with over 40 native varieties that put regular potatoes to shame. The papa criolla is a small, bright yellow potato that's so creamy and sweet, it literally melts in your mouth when cooked. Then there's the pastusa potato, perfect for soups because of its floury texture. The sabanera variety makes the crispiest French fries you've ever tasted. These aren't just ingredients, they're cultural treasures that have been feeding families for generations, while modern chefs are now using them in gourmet dishes worldwide.
Queso costeño is Colombia's secret weapon for incredible flavor. This salty cheese from the Caribbean coast has been made the same way since colonial times. Fresh cow's milk gets heated, rennet is added, then it's pressed and generously salted to create magic. The soft version crumbles perfectly over arepas and bollos. The semi-hard type gets fried without melting completely, making it an addictive snack. The hard variety brings intense flavor when grated over rice and empanadas. But here's the wildest part. Colombians pair it with guava jelly in a combo called matrimonio, where salty meets sweet in pure harmony. It even shows up in coconut desserts, balancing sweetness with its bold taste. This artisan cheese isn't just food. It's Caribbean heritage on every plate. Proving simplicity creates the most unforgettable flavors. Colombia just became the world's hottest bird-watching destination, and it's not even close. With nearly 2,000 species, that's 20% of all birds on Earth crammed into one country. Between 2010 and 2022, Colombia saw the biggest explosion in bird-watching tourism globally. Thousands of travelers now flock here with binoculars, hunting everything from Amazonian macaws to high-altitude Andean condors. The country generates $9 million annually from this niche, creating over 7,500 jobs. Former farmers now work as specialized guides, turning conservation into cash. Colombia repeatedly leads the global big day, recording more species in 24 hours than anywhere else. This proves biodiversity isn't just beautiful, it's a gold mine when protected right.
Colombia is famous for its coffee, but the culture behind it is evolving. Young growers are experimenting with new methods, micro-lots, and specialty roasts that are winning global awards. Coffee shops in Bogota and Medellin now rival top cafes in the US. This isn't your regular Colombian coffee. This is the new wave.
Unleash the flavor with crispy garlic and herb roasted potatoes, the ultimate treat for your taste buds. Start by boiling potato chunks with salt and baking soda. Preheat a greased sheet at 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Drain, shake, and cool potatoes, then bake until golden, flipping often. Drizzle with a savory mix of melted butter, fresh herbs, and garlic, topped with Parmesan. Pure culinary magic. Ready to elevate your dinner table tonight. Colombia's acai berry isn't just another pretty fruit. This dark purple superfruit packs 13 grams of amino acids per 100 grams, making it a protein powerhouse that athletes swear by. Growing wild in the humid, floodable soils of Putumayo and the Pacific coast, these berries thrive where acai palms stretch 25 meters high. Each palm produces up to 5 massive clusters containing 900 fruits. Colombia's largest producer now cultivates 5,000 hectares and processes 5 million tons annually. The kicker?
98% gets exported to North America, Europe, and Asia, while Colombians barely taste their own treasure. These berries deliver antioxidants, vitamins A, C, B, plus omega-3, 6, and 9 fatty acids. That acidic flavor with hints of grape and raspberry transforms into energizing smoothies and chia puddings. Colombia quietly became an acai powerhouse, yet most locals still haven't discovered this nutritional gold mine growing in their own backyard.
Colombia hides 7 architectural masterpieces that most people have never heard of. Buried 180 meters underground, the Salt Cathedral of Zipaquirá transforms a working mine into a spiritual sanctuary with carved crosses glowing in halite rock. The Las Lajas Sanctuary defies gravity, built directly into a canyon over a 50-meter-high bridge, where the Virgin Mary supposedly appeared centuries ago. Cartagena's San Felipe Fortress withstood pirate attacks with hidden tunnels and star-shaped walls made of coral stone. Bogotá's Teatro Colón mirrors Milan's La Scala with gilded moldings and painted domes. San Agustine's mysterious stone figures predate most American civilizations, carved by an unknown culture. The Puente de Occidente suspension bridge showcased engineering genius in 1895. These monuments reveal Colombia's evolution from indigenous empires through colonial rule to modern innovation, each structure preserving stories carved in stone and salt. Colombia's first world boxing champion came from a tiny village that most people never heard of. Antonio Cervantes, known as Kid Pambelé, grew up in San Basilio de Palenque in complete poverty. But in 1972, this unknown fighter from nowhere shocked the boxing world by defeating the reigning WBA light welterweight champion, Rodolfo Gato Gonzalez. He became the first Colombian and first Afro-Colombian to win a world boxing title. With lightning-fast punches and incredible endurance, Pambelé dominated the ring for years, winning 67 out of 80 fights. His story proved that greatness can emerge from the most impossible circumstances, inspiring an entire nation to dream bigger.
Bogotá is a budget-friendly gem for expats in 2025. Rent in the city center for a one-bedroom is around $430, while outside it's just $295. Utilities, internet, and a mobile plan together cost roughly $112. Groceries can run you between $120 and $220 a month. Enjoy a meal for $3.80, and public transport for only 75 cents per ride. With $1,200 to $1,500 a month, you can live comfortably and embrace all Bogotá has to offer. Ready to make the move? Montequita is literally called the sweet city of Colombia, and it's not just because of the people. This town in Boyacá, most famous bocadillos and panelitas. Every candy stall in Bogotá probably sells treats from La Dianita factory here. But here's what makes it even better. The name Montequita means bathing place in Chibcha language. The town has a 37-meter waterfall called El Cajón where you can swim. There's also El Salto del Zorro, surrounded by jungle. Crystal blue natural springs like Pozo Azul are everywhere. You can do bungee jumping, rock climbing, or ride quads to hidden waterfalls. After all that, feast on roast chicken and cocido boyacense stew. This place combines adventure, nature, and the sweetest treats in Colombia. Top 3 UNESCO Natural Heritage Sites: Colombia and USA. Colombia. Chiribiquete National Park. Amazon jungles, untouched biodiversity, and mysterious ancient rock art. Los Catillos National Park. A crucial wildlife corridor packed with endemic species. Malpelo Sanctuary. A remote Pacific island and one of the best shark havens on Earth. United States. Yellowstone National Park. The world's first national park, full of geysers, canyons, and wild bison. Grand Canyon, a massive geological masterpiece carved over millions of years. Everglades, tropical wetlands protecting rare and endangered species. 2 countries, 6 natural wonders. Which one would you visit first? Soar above Jericho, one of Colombia's top paragliding destinations. At nearly 6,200 feet above sea level, you'll glide over lush coffee farms, stunning valleys, and breathtaking mountain landscapes. With certified instructors and safe takeoffs, this is more than just adrenaline. It's a once-in-a-lifetime way to experience Colombia's coffee cultural landscape from the sky. Would you dare to fly?
Scientists just figured out the secret to making the perfect espresso, and it's shockingly simple. A coffee expert teamed up with a volcanologist and discovered that adding a tiny splash of water while grinding your beans changes everything. Here's what happens. When you grind coffee, static electricity builds up, just like in volcanic eruptions. This makes the grounds clump together, creating an inconsistent brew. But adding just 20 microliters of water per gram of coffee eliminates the static completely. The results are incredible. Your shots become more consistent, extraction time increases, and you get a stronger brew using the same amount of beans. This means better coffee and lower costs. The technique works best with espresso and pour-over methods, but won't help with French press. Colombian coffee works perfectly for this because of its balanced flavor profile and natural sweetness. The science doesn't lie. Moisture is the missing ingredient you never knew you needed. Colombia's coffee farms are evolving fast. What if AI-driven harvesting, drone irrigation, and climate-resilient crops made the coffee region more sustainable than ever? Picture modern tech blending with traditional landscapes, preserving culture while boosting production. This is a realistic look at how the world's favorite coffee could be grown in the next decade. Colombia just scored big on the global food scene with Calentado Paisa, landing at number 16 on the world's best breakfasts list. This isn't your typical morning meal. It's literally yesterday's leftovers transformed into something incredible. Rice, beans, and meat get reheated and paired with fried eggs, chorizo, arepa, cheese, and avocado. The name means heated because farmers would save their dinner to avoid waste, then fire it up in the morning for energy to work the fields. What started as a practical solution became a cultural icon. Every family has their own version. Some add chicharrón, others throw in plantain or papa criolla. The genius is in the mix of salty and sweet flavors with that homemade hogao sauce on top. Turkey's cavalti took first place, but Colombia proved that turning leftovers into gold is an art form worth celebrating worldwide. 40 years ago, on November 13, 1985, the eruption of the Nevado del Ruiz volcano wiped out the town of Armero in Colombia's Tolima region. In just minutes, a massive mudflow buried the city, killing more than 20,000 people and tearing thousands of families apart. It remains one of Colombia's deadliest natural disasters. And even now, 4 decades later, the search for answers continues. The Colombian Institute of Family Welfare has reopened investigations to locate over 500 missing children, using a historic document known as the Red Book, a registry of minors who vanished in the chaos of that tragic night. Today, Colombia not only remembers the victims, but renews its commitment to memory, dignity, and truth. Because the story of Armero is more than a tragedy from the past. It's a call to never forget and to never repeat the mistakes that cost so many lives. Colombia hides an ancient city that's 650 years older than Machu Picchu. Deep in the Sierra Nevada mountains, Ciudad Perdida was built by the Tairona people around the 8th century and mysteriously abandoned in 1650. This lost civilization remained hidden until 1976, when treasure hunters accidentally discovered it while looting artifacts. The same looters who destroyed parts of the site later helped archaeologists reconstruct it using their knowledge of the original layout. Today you can visit this incredible place, but it requires a 4 to 6 day trek through dangerous jungle terrain. The city features over 500 massive stone terraces and once housed up to 8,000 people, making it one of the most advanced pre-Columbian settlements ever found.
Get ready for an epic 2025 adventure in Colombia. Fly from Mexico City to Medellin for just $300, including 23 kilograms of luggage. Stay in El Poblado for $25 a night and explore Pueblito Paisa, Comuna 13, Provenza, and the Miradores. Don't miss the coffee region and Guatapé tours, only $25 each, with breathtaking views. Then, fly Medellin to Cartagena for $75. Enjoy a beachfront stay for $30 a night and wander the historic walled city. Take a day trip to the Rosario Islands for $35. Unforgettable. 7 nights, 8 days, including hotels, flights, and tours, cost around $700. Bring an extra $500 for food and experiences, totaling $1,200 per person. Traveling with friends? Split the cost and save. For more travel tips and full guides like this, follow us on our YouTube channel.
2 cities, same vibe, completely different worlds. New York, iconic skyscrapers. Medellin, a city that climbs the mountains. In NYC, views from the top of the towers. In Medellin, views from the edge of the valley. One city moves underground, the other moves above the hills. Broadway lights, and Medellin's nights of music, rooftops, and open-air energy. Different styles, different rhythms, but somehow the same urban heartbeat. New York or Medellin, which one feels more like your world?